Very big this morning. We're going to start off with this story around Manchester United's share price and why this has backfired for the Glazers. So, if you remember on the show yesterday, we were talking about how the prospects of the Glazers actually staying at Manchester United, and I think there was a few red flags raised. Without a doubt, there was the fact that they. These red flags around the increase in season ticket prices, also the appointment of a director of operations, also the story from yesterday that there was Manchester United will still spend money in the summer if the Glazers are in charge, and it's like, what are you talking about if you're still in charge? So there was a lot of red flags yesterday, but this is significant, and this is why I think it's backfired. Now there's two trains of thought. The Glazers genuinely are thinking about staying, or they're pretending to stay to drive the price up. But it backfires on both levels, because the buzz around Manchester United is not exclusively to do with Erik ten Hag and the players on the pitch. It's actually to do with the sale of the football club. It's part of the pie. It's one of the layers. The positivity around United is not just because we're doing well on the pitch. It's also because there is optimism. There are prospects. What the Glazers seem to think is that we're going to sell the club. Oh, the club's playing well now, we're not going to sell the club. That's not going to work. The positivity around this club, the brand positivity and everything else like that is not going to work unless you go. You're part of the positivity. Your leaving is part of it. And that's reflected by this. Now, this is from Kieran Maguire, who's very good around the financial situation in football. Says that Manchester United's share price went down by over 12% yesterday, reducing the market value by $530 million in a day. That's $500 million in a day. Would you like Harry Kane to come in the summer, says Reagan? Can we talk about that a little bit later? Get with the programme. Appreciate the super chat, but get with the programme. We don't just change course because you want to talk about Harry Kane. It's a news show, but we will come back to it. But look, look, $500 million wiped off in a day from Manchester United. Now, in fairness, the share price has gone up hugely since talk of the sale. But it is coming down. And the reason it's coming down is because news is out there that the Glazers might want to stay. And market confidence and positivity plummets straight away. So it's backfired. It's absolutely backfired. Because ultimately, if they're pretending to stay to get a bigger price, well, the value of your club's just dropped by you doing that. And if you are thinking of staying, the profit you think you're going to make by staying is going to plummet because people don't want you to stay. You are a negative. You are a breeze block around the ankle of Manchester United. If it's released, the club will swim to the surface and everyone will say, hey, you're back. If you are still the breeze block round our ankle, we will sink to the even further and no one will say, hey, we're back. So I think it's a positive story in a way because it just shows you that even with what Ten Hag's doing on the pitch, what the players are doing on the pitch and the positivity around that, that's not the main reason why your share price is going up. In fact, it's very little to do with that. The share price has shot up because you're going to sell. If you're going to stay, people will just pull out. People will be like, I don't want to be involved in this. And I suppose the question would be why? Because, Ten Hag's doing very well anyway. Why would the share price come down? Because logically, everybody's got 17 years of evidence as to what the Glazers will do with this football club. They don't really want to invest in the structure. They don't want to invest in the stadia. They don't want to invest in facilities. And they don't really want to invest in the team. All they want to do is keep taking money out of the club from money the club makes. So, that's not a business model for anybody to be invested in or excited about. So you might not be massively interested in share price drops, but I think it's a very, very big, significant update that the Glazers, whether they've done it directly, it's a really big positive sign that any news of the Glazers staying causes the share price of Manchester United to plummet. That's how negative and toxic their name is attached to Manchester United. And I suspect they will be sat there yesterday and today going, that's a big warning, and that's a big warning to any investor, and it's a big warning to them as well. Because the Glazers do have to, if the Glazers stay, they've got to sell something. Otherwise, it is stock price manipulation. You cannot say in November, this club is up for sale or we're looking for major investment and then not do it. You've manipulated the share price. So they've got to sell it or they've got to take investment. But if you're investing in Manchester United, and you've just seen what happens to the share price if you invest in the Glazers, you might not want to invest anymore. And if you're the Glazers and you're going to take investment on, well, there's debt repayments on that investment, and you've just seen your share price drop. It makes no financial sense for the Glazers to stay at Man United, is what I'm trying to say. And this is why I stay rigid on the point that they will go. Alpha One, welcome to the Members Club. Mark, did you see Xavi referring to Bruno as Portuguese guy? Bruno 90 plus 5 minutes to knock him out, says Mats. Hi Mark, can you say happy birthday to my sister Nazia? She's 30 today. Happy birthday to Nazia. That's from ZR7. And Mark, no one is talking about the Ineos greenwashing. They're a global leader in environmental pollution. It's all about Qatar, says Tim. Well, look, I wanted to fly straight into it because a lot of people are very interested in the takeover news, etc. Remember, we've got Erik ten Hag's press conference reaction at 12:30 for you as well today. Big day as we move towards that big game tomorrow. But look, take it on board. That is significant. When the share price drops, then that is significant because it means that there is low market confidence in the club. Well, why would there be low market confidence in Manchester United at this moment in time when actually things have been looking up on the pitch? And that's because our share price rocketed because of them looking to sell. Any hint of them not looking to sell, and obviously you can see that share price will start to drop. Personally, I'm quite happy about that. I'm quite happy that the share price drops because ultimately that hurts the Glazers. It doesn't hurt us. It doesn't hurt Ten Hag. It hurts the Glazers. So I'm quite happy for that to happen, and I'm quite encouraged by that happening. And it just shows you, not just fans. You know, the fans are furious about the prospect of the Glazers staying, but financial people don't like it either. And that's because we don't like it. So, look, I'm still very confident they're going to sell. And it is to Qatar and Sir Jim Ratcliffe's benefit, and they're ready to pounce, as we know.